Another Sunnah Followers exclusive, Not One of Us, written by Sheikh Muhammad S. Adli, broken down and brought to you by host lailanasheeba. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, right here on Sunnah Followers.
Ina alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to our Hadith class. And for the Hadith class, we are studying from the book entitled Not One of Us. Not One of Us. And this book is written by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Adli. And you can go to www.adlionline.com and get a copy of this book. And when the book speaks about not one of us, this is not saying that if a person does one of these things, this person is not Muslim. You know, it's not calling you out upon your belief system. Instead, what it's saying is these are actions or behaviors in which the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned us to avoid, because engaging or indulging in these actions and behaviors can actually take you out of the folds of Islam. So it's not, I want everyone to understand that it's not saying that you are not Muslim. It's just saying that you need to protect your faith. You don't want to indulge in these sins because these type of actions are very, very dangerous. Okay, so let's take a look at the hadith for tonight's discussion. Here it is. Okay, inshallah, everybody can see my screen. And by the way, this is how the book looks. You can go to www.adlionline.com to order this book. It's entitled Not One of Us. This is it. It's the book with one door open and the other door is closed. So let's take a look at the hadith for tonight. This hadith is narrated by Uqba ibn Amir. He said that he heard the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, if anyone knows archery and gives it up, then he is not one of us, or he has been disobedient. Now, this is a hadith that a lot of people will read and they will think, wow, we got to go and learn archery. They would read this hadith and think that the Prophet is saying, oh, you have to learn how to do archery. Or if I don't learn archery, I'm disobedient. No, that's not what this hadith is telling us to do. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this hadith, he's emphasizing the importance of teaching yourself or learning self-defense. As a Muslim, we have to know how to defend ourselves. And this is why I'm always telling my students, if you have daughters as well as sons, put them in Taekwondo or some type of self-defense classes, so they can learn how to defend themselves. Because the Muslim, we're supposed to be distinct in all manners, not just in appearance, not just in intelligence, not just in how we live our life, but also we have to have the ability to know how to defend ourselves. The Arab women were trained to defend themselves. I've taught you guys a story of Salama. Salama was a warrior, just like her cousin Khalid bin Walid. She was trained, with the spear, with the sword. She was trained with the knife. Maymuna, the wife of the Prophet, she was also a warrior. She was trained, all the Arabic women. As Hakim says, we are women of the tents. We know how to work a pole. You know, the women were taught how to defend themselves if need be. And we don't need to get away from this. And the same with the men, you know, so the prophet is not saying that you have to go out and learn archery. Archery was what they did back in those days. In those days, you know, they didn't have guns. They had swords, they had knives, they had javelins. And you should be trained in how to work that stuff. Nowadays, we have guns. You know, your wives, your daughters, your sons, take them to the rifle range. I did. I used to go to the rifle range from the age of 10 years old. And I'm a good shot too. You know, I can shoot pretty good. You know, I was taught how to work a gun, take a gun apart, clean it, put it together, load it up, and aim for the head. Okay. You know, also I was taught self-defense, taekwondo, kung fu, you know. So the prophet is not saying that, you know, we have to go out and learn archery. He's basically emphasizing the importance of being able to defend yourself. Okay. So what are some of the lessons learned? Number one, a Muslim should not forget or neglect the fighting arts after having learned them. And this is another point too. You know, a lot of people learn something and we forget it. You don't want to forget how to recite the Quran. You don't want to forget how to pray. You don't want to forget how to defend yourself either. Okay, you should practice. And also you learn that, again, that we should have the means of the know-how as to how to defend ourselves and our family. And also we need to reflect upon the reality too, that a martyr, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if a Muslim dies defending himself or defending his family or his property or even his religion, then he dies a martyr. You know, so this shows the importance of knowing how to defend yourself. And again, struggling in the way of Allah is of great status for us as Muslims. You know, I was listening to some type of program, I can't remember where, but I heard somebody ask a person a question: should you teach your daughters self-defense? And, you know, I wish the person were to ask me, because I would tell them yes, based on this hadith. You know, all the prophets' wives knew how to defend themselves. Even the prophet's daughters knew how to defend themselves. The prophet he encouraged the women and the men to learn how to defend themselves. You know, it doesn't have to be M&M wrestling. I wouldn't even teach my daughters that. But it can be taekwondo. I encourage you to learn karate, taekwondo, stuff like that. You know, that so you can defend yourself. So this is a wonderful hadith that we should implement into our lives today. We talked about how Imam Malik said that, you know, the only way that the later generations will reform and have a better chance at life is if they go back to implementing and practicing the religion the way those companions did. The companions knew how to defend themselves, women and men, children and adults. Let's incorporate this into our lives as well. All right, I want to stop right here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. I want to remind everybody that tomorrow is our Q&A class, our Q&A session, the Call In and Ask Sister Layla live show. This is when I answer your questions about Islam. Let me put that thing up. Please, guys, please come here tomorrow. Have your questions ready for me to answer. That's at 9.
Call in.
And by the way, what are you getting a piercing at? Let's talk about it. Any other questions?
This is gonna be good.
Welcome to Ask Sister Layla Live. Yeah, that's the question. The question. My live question show is tomorrow. And for the sisters in the polygamy group, I know not last week, whatever week it was, it might have been last week. Yeah, it was last week because I was out of town, right? Last week I fell asleep and I missed my show because I was on vacation and I had just gotten home and I fell asleep. So a lot of the sisters had questions for me about polygamy. And I've talked about polygamy before on the Q&A show. But I guess what I'll do is speak about it again tomorrow. So bring your questions in. Any questions about Islam that you have, I'll try to answer them. And if it's a question that I cannot answer, I'll, have Dr. Jamali come in, or we'll have Sheikh Morsi. We can call him. So whatever questions you have, bring them tomorrow. And for the sisters in the polygamy group, I got it was 10 questions you guys sent me. I got those questions and I will address all of them tomorrow as well. And remember, you can join and type your questions on Facebook or YouTube or DLive or Twitch or Trovo, or LinkedIn, and I'll be able to see them. Okay, so that's tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And at 6 o'clock tomorrow, we'll have the Tawheed class, where we'll continue with the chapter, the introduction of Diluting Well Better, Book 2, which is really the end of Book 1. I'll type the pages up and put it up later. But you want to pick up where we left off, read the next section, inshallah. So that's the 6 o'clock class. So 2 classes tomorrow, the 6 o'clock class, and then the 9 o'clock call in and ask Sister Layla live. Guys, please subscribe to our channel here. If you enjoy coming here to learn Islam in its truthfulness, please support us. We're always in need of donations. It costs $2,000 a month to run this website. We are a nonprofit organization. Please scan the QR code there, and support us. And also, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Please like and subscribe. Y'all see that? Please like and subscribe, and also like this video. If you enjoyed all my classes, like the videos and subscribe to our channel. Please do, because that'll help to get us more people in here, and share our videos to the people on your social platforms. Okay, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating, and inshallah, I'll see everybody tomorrow. Have your questions ready at 9 o'clock. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Everybody have a good night. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.